Let's see who's next. It's SRH. SRH has been fairly strange this season. Started off with one of the sure shot bets, right? For me, they were the short odds, not the long odds. Somewhere during the mid-season, they became the long odds. They're like, what's going on? This team can't seem to get anything together.
There's a great story, Robert Louis Stevenson's story called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, that's what they were.
So exactly, they were just two completely different teams. One is a team.
They were Sunrisers Hyderabad and Sunsetters Hyderabad.
Sunsetters Hyderabad. After sunset, they were different.
But that's what happened. So you can you put it down as simply as pre-WB and post-WB?
Yeah.
Well, post-B and then post-W.
Absolutely.
Pre-opener,
How
post-opener.
many games did they win after these two left? After one man
They
left,
only won
they
one.
won one. After the second man left, they didn't win any.
So basically, after Bairstow left, they won one game, and then.
So I would look at this side because, as you said, pre-tournament favorite was not because of the man who joined them.
Yeah.
It was pre-favorite. One of the reasons, of course. The other was what they've done in the last 2-3 years.
I think
so
that's
what
what it
changed
was.
there.
Yeah.
So that format of playing that they had over the last few years, they had problem this year. Adding Jonny, I mean, now we're looking only behind. So I'm going, why this happened? Jonny comes in. So Kane Williamson, who used to open for you, and the success that you had last few years, your players that used to play in the slots that they used to, because this is also a jigsaw puzzle sort of a team.
Absolutely.
And what happened is they got 1 for 3. You know, sometimes when you get something free, you think, oh, you bought something for free.
Yeah.
And that became a problem because then 1 for 3 that you got, the one that you gave away was an opener.
They gave Dhawan and they got Dhatri.
The three that you got, when you got them, they weren't players big enough that you had to play them.
Yeah.
But by the time IPL started, Vijay Shankar was almost certain to go for India.
Yeah.
So how do you now leave him out in your old system? So you changed that system, you brought him at 3 or 4, and he started playing there. So what happens is your old system of Huda, Pandey and Pathan, which is what you were winning the last 2-3 years with, one of them had to be kept out, and that rotation started, and so that problem started with you. And while that happened, these two at the top kept getting runs. These guys didn't get enough runs, and now that you are a jigsaw puzzle team, you're looking at numbers, you start dropping people and bring in that whole uncertainty into that side, and by the time these guys left, you're already in that mela that I say in IPL. Bhul Bhalaiya, Habda Dabdi. So they had this problem of plenty this time, which is what you saw. See, what we see at the match and at the end of this series is, you know, the end of the culmination, like what we've seen with, you know, KKR we were talking earlier. Oh yeah, I can't even remember. We talk about this game so much. So I'm saying, so what you saw at the end this is my opinion. This is how it happened. But then that Williamson didn't come back into his place, and the whole culture of your team.
When you remove key pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, suddenly the picture doesn't make sense anymore, and you were anyway shuffling them around. And equally importantly, the bowling, which won them so many games last year.
That was I was going to say. The bowling has not been the same bowling.
Yeah.
Siddharth Kaul last year had a standout year. He had 17-18 wickets. He gave them. This year he's not got wickets. He's not even in the first 11 most of the time. Sandeep Sharma was getting a lot of swing last year. He was getting people early with his swing. He's developed a lower ball and somehow lost his swing. So suddenly those two players who are vital parts of you have actually gone down. And it's surprising because given the fact that they've got Khalil Ahmed who's done really well for them, still bowling has not matched up to it. Also, Rashid has gone for runs a couple of times, which has never happened before. So somewhere that bowling unit, which used to be the best bowling unit by far in the IPL,
defending 130s, 120s.
Now you have to turn around and say that probably Mumbai is the best bowling unit in the IPL. Because that's what they were last year's by far the best bowling unit, by far the most cohesive team. At least bowling unit, that thing they've given away now to Mumbai. And their big other problem is there's one other problem, which is age. I mean, Yusuf Pathan, every year that goes by, he's just not the player he is. So, you know, that's also making a huge difference. They're lucky now that they've got Manish Pandey in a bit of form. But remember, even Pandey in form has not translated into wins. He's got 3 big scores, all 3 they've lost.
Oh,
it's a very interesting
point.